Hello, I am not a Piscean King in disguise, and welcome back to my tour of After the Flash Deep 6. I'm starting here on the menu this time because I figured I'd show it off. It's a scene of a terrorist attack by the Red Zone, one of the military groups. I don't really pay attention to the designs. I haven't really gone into the lore of this game. Maybe I'll do something on that later, or maybe I'll just keep showing off the builds because that's most of what I'm interested in. Today, we will be going over the last part of the map, which is called the Den. So I'm not going to teleport right there. I'm instead going to teleport to Bridge Center so I can show you how to get there in North Side. It's a bit of a walk, but it's good to know where things are, you know? And also, it just means I get to look at things again before moving on to the next game. Maybe I'll do Mirage next after the Flash 7, although I've been looking at quite a few fan-made games, like the reimagined Spark games. I forgot how good their Sandstorm title was, and also I completely forgot they had titles for their other games. I've also been looking at the uh, previous version of, well, not previous, the remade version of this game that takes place shortly after the war and all that. I forget what it's called, but I played quite a bit of it. Even made a character. I don't do that very often nowadays. It was very fun. I liked doing that, and it gives you the ability to make prefabs, which does make exploring very difficult. Also, the fact that it is very popular. I don't really want to spend money on making private servers so I can show off builds, but also I don't really feel like there being other players. But I don't know. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. Maybe I'll make another poll. Ask if I should, which game I should cover next, but there's a good chance I'll just make Mirage. I don't know. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. This is the last one of this, and yeah. So anyway, down the road we have these train tracks. I've shown them off before, and in fact, I've shown this little spot off in the past before immediately retreating and calling it spoilers. That's because I was spoiling this video. So we have this big old sewer grate here, and this ladder that goes down. I actually drew a map of the area earlier today. This isn't so much an exploring as it is, well, a tour. So we'll start off here. Welcome to the sewers under the map. A very dark and creepy place. Welcome to your resting place. And here we have the Den, which is, I believe, if I remember correctly, let me open up the locations thing. I'm not even going to bother with to remember correctly. Okay, it's not even over here. This place was created by the CDF. If you remember the CDF from previous games, they are the Civilian Defense Front, or yeah, I believe it's Front. It's their local town before the area actually got modernized and actually managed to move ahead and get electricity and you have South Side and all of that. But then you have this little underground settlement that's behind on all that. They have power, but that's about it. Very old fashioned, I'd say. And the way this game presents it is that this is very old fashioned over here. So I guess I should be talking about what I see. So here we have the front with a security checkpoint, some market spices, electronics, tools, jewelry. I believe these would be watches. You have some guy doing cards. Maybe this is gambling. Maybe he's taking your fortune. An arcade machine. Place for water, among other things. Buy weaponry here. Guy stabbed his table because it looks cool. Over here, we have just further in, you have a sign-in sheet here, and I imagine this is a storage closet. I interrupted my own sentence there. Storage closet, one of those weird things right there. Here, as you could probably guess by the giant red cross, this is their medical wing. Desk, table, they have 2 beds. Just regular beds. Very cool. A clock. A different time the other. Actually, is it? I don't remember. And here is a bar. I really like this, putting the kegs of whatever in the old sewer holes. Just a nice little bar. Refrigerator. Presumably works. 3 tables. Very small. Very tiny and simple bar compared to some of the other bars in the series. My favorite bar is still the one in 5 in Crane Town. Here we have lockers and all the bedding for the people here. 2, 3, wait, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Here we have bathrooms with the Bioshock hole leading into right next to where the water is. That doesn't seem very sanitary. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then upstairs, you have some more bedding. 10, 11, 12. So there are 13 beds in the den. 13 beds. Not a very large settlement, but you can always assume that these places are bigger than they make it seem. So here's where people live. Sign-in sheet. Back here in this door, we have a big old room. I'll show off what's down there after this, which is the local eatery, where you get your food. Surprised they have an actual fume hood, or whatever that is. Wonder where that goes. Wonder if that's just connected to some old sewer pipes that went up. Keg, the cash register, because even down here, you gotta have money, I guess. Plenty of seating, a broom, vending machine. Imagine the vending machines work. Stay out, you can't go in there. That's locked. And here is an office. Some guy's office, I guess. Maybe this is the mayor's office, or whoever's in charge of this place. Actually, I guess probably they have a bed here. This is their living quarters. This is their seating. So I imagine this is where the leader works, the vault director. I don't remember what they're called in Fallout. It's been a while. But yeah, I imagine this is where he would, or he or she, they would live and work. And then downstairs we have a little soccer field. Very cool. I like this. Bit one-sided. This one is closer to the middle than this one, but I imagine that there's some internal rules to make things work. Or maybe this is the outside and this is the home goal. Completely biased. There's a Brazilian flag. I hope I'm right. I would be very embarrassed if I can't pinpoint the Brazilian flag. Oh no. I just said that with such confidence and now I'm doubting myself because I didn't double check my work. Here we have 5-3, not 7-1. And downstairs, very dark in here. Is there a light switch? We have some graffiti. The den is the only safe place left for humanity. Lies. So yes, storage room. Probably a power generator if I had to guess. Some gasoline. Yeah, that's the recreation hall, I imagine. I'll go down this path next, but having looked at my notes, I probably should have gone this way first. So, I'm gonna leave the den real quick and go this way. First to the left, here we have an old Roblox obby course right there, and some control panel with some working lights. just makes me wonder how much of the sewer system here is functional. I wonder how old the sewer is here. So I've mentioned before that. So there's the Hyperloop station by Whitman Bay. I imagine that this whole region was a city, so that this sewer system would have gone throughout the entire city, and there was also the Hyperloop station, and all that jazz. Here we have a very large room. I went the long way just to show these two places connect. Very large room with a very convenient path down. Always makes me think of Metroid Prime right there. If anyone here has played that, my favorite game of all time. Love Metroid Prime. Over here we have some working lights and a room with some plans and such on it. I don't really know what the purpose of the room is, but just a little place, some seats, sit there. Just kind of hidden on the far end of the map. I'll take the ladder up, why not? Yeah, this is this entire corner. Very small, dead end. Very, very dramatic room for a complete dead end. Now let's go back this way through the den and through that other pipe that I showed. Let's shut the door behind me because I'm not going back this way. I shut all the doors. Very important that I did. I was very annoyed that I didn't shut the warehouse door last time. So here we have this tunnel. So all these things have broken grates, and I always gotta imagine what's the point of the grates? Why are there grates? I imagine these places were designed for travel to and fro. Like this room is old. Like it's not that this was built for the den. The den was built in here, which was a previously existing room. So why are these grates here? Why is there such a non? I'm questioning too far. It's cool looking. That's the important part. Door that was broken into. See, this is a room, but this apparently does not connect naturally to this room. You know what I mean? It's like I'm looking at my map. Alrighty. So down this way, we have a cave-in. A lot of cave-ins down here. Light switch that doesn't work. And a little graveyard. Who cares about God? There are crosses. This one might have once been a cross. This door is blocked up. Wonder what was in there. Perhaps this wasn't always a burying site. Perhaps that's to a further one. Maybe just a pile of bodies. Who knows how long the den has been down here? Who knows how long people have been down here? I mean, this CDF said this is the only safe place. Who knows? There's a lot of... You have to infer a lot of the story here, which is pretty cool. I like it. Here we have a large room with some, stuff hanging up over here. Now, I haven't really stopped to question this entire setup. What is all this? Watch where you step. Why is it like this? Who knows? I don't. Perhaps this is just a security thing. Just a guard tower of some sort for the den. I will take them. I will break them. I will claw at their flesh and forsake them. Seeking vengeance for my brother, I will not stop until I'm satisfied. A lot of very dramatic graffiti. We have two pipes here. This one leads to a dead end very quickly. This one, however, continues forward and then right. Some Russian on the wall there. I can't read that, nor can I copy and paste it into Google Translate. This goes down. Radiation. Dangerous place. Should probably keep my flashlight out, but I really want to turn on all the lights. Okay, here we have a room with some boxes and a door that leads to nothing. Very funny. Very, very funny. I say with the most non-smile. That made me laugh. Alrighty. More room. Yeah. Pretty flooded. Probably really gross. Probably horrifically dangerous. And we have some guys probably rather wet bed. I wouldn't want to sleep in that bed. Probably rather gross. A light fell off the ceiling. So someone lives down here. Thank Mr. Skeletal. Hello, Mr. Skeletal. Thank you. Don't give up. Don't give up, skeleton. Science has failed. I really like this one. Got the Doot skeleton. I don't know what the song is. I almost started singing some Mario theme there. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Wait, that's not what Mario. Yeah, never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything. I'm continuing forward. Here we have absolutely nothing, but it continues up and over. Here we have a camp. Gonna turn on everything. Gotta make sure it's all well lit. Got some tents, some little mats on the ground. Can't get to, you have to crawl in there. Very rickety, very unsafe. Got a fishing pole. Are there any fish in this green water? I don't think I'd want to eat the green water fish. I'm gonna go this way. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Wait, no, I'm not gonna go this way. I had to check my map. This place is somewhat confusing. I'm gonna go left. Here we have a caved-in exit door. Very unsafe. Fire marshal would be pissed. To the right, we have a large hallway with rooms. A lamp, some guy's guitar. Probably practices in there. A little bar spot, though the looks. I mean, like it's being kept, but they should really put this stool where it belongs. Maybe it's because it's so dang close to the door, and the door just knocked it out of the way. And look at that. They put the store there. Bonk. Maybe not that far, but you know, if someone slammed the door open. Little bar. And here is a working light switch. Office space, another printer. Very cool. This model is the same every time, which makes sense. I mean, like, how many people are actually paying attention to that? Me, I'm paying attention to it. Some more office space, computer, radios, mostly radio equipment, looks like. Oh, and a computer. Yep. Seen a lot of rooms like that in this game, because there are a lot of them. No light switches for all these lights. It's so dark. Slowly lighting the place up. My favorite activity, if you couldn't tell. Here we have a large storage room. Some clothes on hangers. Here we have a room that is a hallway that's blocked by some junk. This way, we have a large generator thingy. I don't know what this is, but it's large as a panel, and there's plenty of machinery doodads next to it. Here's that hallway that's just nothing. It's kind of pointlessly blocked. Over here is a large hallway that connects back to this room, so I decided to go the long way. There's more to show and far more naturally. Over here, down this large tunnel, is a storage room with some valves and boilers or something. I don't know. Really have to just take their word. This is all plumbing stuff. Don't think too hard about it. It makes the place feel somewhat real. Anyway, back down here. Over here, we have a boarded up door. Another storage room. Plenty of lamps. And that's all for this spot. We're gonna go this way, back to the big ol' this room right here. Use the stairs. What stairs? I assume the stairs would probably be over here or something. I don't know. There are no stairs, but there's no fire. That does not look safe, but it's my only way up. Oh gosh. Pretty please. Thank you. I like the yellow glow that those lanterns bring. Here we go. Up top, very dangerous, kind of terrifying. You'd love to see it. Over here we have another storage room. A lot of storage in this place. Some computer desks, so I imagine these computers don't work anymore. The grossest looking water cooler I've ever seen. Yeah, old office space. Wonder what this place used to be. Across the board, we have a caved in hallway. Don't know where this leads to, but it's caved in. Anywho, down this ladder, in this room that opens outward, there's a gentleman that had a very bad time. May God bless this soul. This went out with a bang. You are sick. Yep, dude killed himself. This has always stood out to me. This is in a Roblox game. You can literally see the bullet hole next to where his head was. Oh, I love it. I love the gall to put this in a Roblox game. Heck yeah. Down here, we have a boat. It's going to light up. And the boat is a teleport. Takes us elsewhere. Southside was a joke. I don't think CDF is going to let us see our families again. The den is that way. So yeah, it teleports us across the map. I don't have an outside view, so I don't really know how far the teleport is, but Savannah Mall is that way. But first, I gotta go up these stairs, because there's a room over here. I gotta show off every room. Have a valve here, some panels. Bamboozled, kiddo. Oh, man, I've been bamboozled. So yeah, let's go this way towards the Savannah Mall. Shut the door behind me. Get clean, nice and tidy. Light switches don't work. Someone's desk, some glass on the floor they should probably clean up, considering this place is clearly in use. Got that Fallout shenaniganry where no one seems to clean up after themselves, ever. Here is some guy's piano. Oh, you can't sit in this chair. Odd. Yep, that's piano. I can play the piano. There's some old videos, I think, that I have where I play the piano. Or maybe I privated those. I did do a mass private at one point. In here, some storage. All hail the sentient cloud. Heck yeah. Some storage. A conspicuous black abyss that I'm not going to touch right now. I'll touch it later. And forward into main parking lot of Savannah Mall. See the sign right there? Discover Savannah Mall. Keep out. Discover this whole area right here real quick. Light everything up. Make it kind of hard to watch because of how dark this game is. Some bedding or body bags. I like to think bedding, but also there is a skeleton over here. And more of these things, but they're also kind of vague. I'm not too sure what they are. An old ambulance. And here is where it connects out. On next to the railroads We are somewhere in Southside. I genuinely don't remember where, though. And I don't really feel like walking in a direction when I have things to show off. I believe I've already seen this truck, so it's probably somewhere in an older video. Anyway, back down to Savannah Mall. So yeah, we have some tents. People clearly live here. And people clearly live here because, well, it's a cool base location. Why wouldn't you live here? You have an old fountain. Plenty of lanterns to click on. Ooh, an open vault. Didn't know that was there. Safe, not vault. I guess a safe is just a small vault. Over here you have some more folks painting, some more things on the ground to make sure you don't get paint on the ground. Down below, we have some seating, some more tables, a gun, double barrel shotgun, med kit, plenty more lanterns to click on. Just a seating area down here. Meeting room. Oh gosh, I fell. I am but a fool. Over here, we have what used to be a little department store. Now has some radio equipment here on the desk. Ah, here it is. I knew there was a lantern over here. Some changing rooms that are actually for guns. At least one of them are. Gun cabinet, very cool. I like seeing reused things like that. Over here, we have more room, some storage, a desk. This used to be some sort of large or very big shelves here, so probably sold, yeah, sold home equipment and all that. We have a hole in the wall right here that leads into this room. Heck yeah, we're in this room now. Some toys, well, not toys, some sports boxes, but I guess this would be a toy shop. Oh, is that Monopoly? Oh yeah. What version? Hero and Here and Now. Is that a version of the game, or is that just something that it sometimes says on the front? Regardless, look, another abyss. Gosh, it's such a pain to get to. The other one's much easier. So you touch it, you teleport to the room that we were in before. Just a bit of a shortcut. And I believe, unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am, I made a big old map. That will be it for After the Flash Deep 6. Fully explored South Side, North Side, Whitman Bay, both the military bases. We have shown off every single house in the area. We explored the entire sewers, the den, a little bit of the tiny bit that there is of Savannah Mall. Let's go back up here. Maybe it's not raining anymore. Ah, it's not. I can maybe see where to go. In fact, it's currently turning day. You can see the edge of the map there. Yeah, that's all of it. It's been very fun making this series. There's the South Side Fort. I'm very glad I got back into it. I'm very glad I got a new mic. I'm happy for the views that I've gotten. I'm happy for the comments, the likes. And I will see all of y'all next time when I cover whatever game I want to cover next. Maybe that'll be Mirage. Maybe that'll be some fan game. Or maybe I'll give up and disappear off the internet. Though that one's probably the least likely to happen. It'll probably just be Mirage. Especially since that game is very unpopulated. And I spent so long that they bombed that place. And that place. Apparently the courthouse gets bombed. Same with the pharmacy. But that's on a later day-night cycle that I am not going to stand around for. Maybe I'll make a video showing off all the day-night cycle changes, but not now. I don't really feel like standing around and waiting 40 minutes for the entire game to make its course. It is very cool that this game has an evolving story, even if it does, as I said before, remove role-playing opportunities. Maybe you want to be a mailman. Maybe you like this environment. Maybe you want to be in the. Oh, the courthouse isn't completely destroyed, just the front of it. I joined a server with someone in it so I could explore. Uh, and oh no, it was when I recorded the previous video. There was someone in the server, and they'd been in here so long that all the day-night cycles had passed. So I got to see all that. I probably should have recorded that. I kind of regret not showing that off. Regardless, that will be everything for After the Flash Deep 6. If I missed anything, please tell me in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good day. Bye bye.